the reset of the clock to 45 minutes. And off we go with Longwood getting the opening possession of the contest. Lancers have lost the last 2 contests they've played. A 4-0 setback to UNC Asheville last time out. And then a 2-1 loss to Gardner-Webb, back-to-back home games for Longwood. Quick foul on the Lancers, and the Blue Devils get it right back. These 2 teams meeting, as we mentioned, for the second time all-time. The first meeting back in September of 2005, a game the Blue Devils won here in Durham by a 3-1 final score. Blue Devils, as we mentioned, up to number 5 in the poll this week. There's a bit of a misplay and a turnover as Ruben Masalis unable to track that one down. A throw in for Longwood. It'll be the Lancers to toss it in. Akaya. Now Makaya getting it back on that near touchline. Tries to weave one on ahead, taken away nicely by Pleasance. Then a foul against Longwood gets it right back to the Blue Devils. So a couple of quick fouls against Longwood here in the first couple of minutes of this contest. Just over a minute in, and Duke looking to build their first possession of the night. Blue Devils have been phenomenal as of late, coming off that 1-0 victory at Virginia Tech on Friday. Just a phenomenal effort by the Blue Devils as Kerr got the game-winning goal for Duke in that 1-0 win. Spiel was phenomenal in goal as always. Here's Masalis with it for the Blue Devils, feeding one into the box, trying to dump one down for Luke Thomas, and it is ushered aside, and will be a goal kick coming for Hinka and the Lancers. Hinka, the junior goalkeeper out of Germany, 74 saves this year, 71% save percentage, allowing just over 2 goals per contest. Made 12 starts last year, went 3-5-3 for the Lancers and a 1.28 goal against average. Feathered into the box, and Hinka off his line up to play it as Drew Kerr was making a charge there for the Blue Devils. That one rode all the way back to Acito, who now plays it back to Wiesel Spiel. Played on ahead, and here come the Blue Devils looking to build it up. It's Masalis, and had it pop off of his boot as it was touched away. Bedolia able to usher it aside, and now a throw-in, 50-50 ball headed on forward. And here is luck curse for the Blue Devils with 9 goals this year. Plays one out wide for Duke. Half chance earlier for the Blue Devils, looking to just build an attack. And this is where Duke has been very good in the non-conference the last couple of weeks, is valuing the possession, hanging on to the possession. And here's a good ball and a shot that goes wide through, a good cross in there. Blue Devils had Thomas crash into the near post, but a goal kick coming here for, or throw-in coming here for Longwood. Great ball in. Thomas crashing near that post, but couldn't drive it home. And the Blue Devils, as we kind of finishing the thought, have been so good at valuing the possession. So many lengthy possessions as of late for Duke in these non-conference games, and really coming out and being aggressive offensively. It's interesting the pattern the last couple of weeks in these midweek games as Thomas tries to feather one on ahead. Thomas goes down, no foul, we play on. And a good slide there by the Blue Devils and Pleasance. Thomas trying to go through a triple team. Pleasance comes away with it. Plays one on ahead now for Olfer Bjornsson, a foul, and the Blue Devils will have it with Kenny Hott. Duke in the last 2 midweek games, the win over Howard and the win over Queens, has played a 0-0 first half. And then the Blue Devils have come out early in the second stanza and exploded for goals. Duke beating Queens 5-0 last Tuesday. Then 2 weeks ago, Duke scoring 10 goals in the final 40 minutes of the match to beat Howard 10-0. Here's Thomas, plays one in, and then headed away. Thomas ducks and retrieves in the corner. A little bit too much weight on that one for Thomas, who turned it over. Bedolia plays one on ahead, and it's headed down by the Blue Devils and Centayo Clements, the senior out of Seattle. Played in 3 games a year ago for the Blue Devils. Has a goal and an assist this season. 5 minutes into this one, neither team has attempted a shot. Neither team has really threatened the goal either. See if that changes here. Bjornsson unable to shimmy free from his counterpart. Cleo was there. Good ball in. Thomas around one defender. Longwood the other way. Looking for Stevenson, and a throw in coming for the Lancers. Turning. Bedoya. And that one's knocked out. Another throw in here for Longwood. Lancers pretty aggressive here. They've got it in their attacking third. Can they do anything with it? Have to take advantage of these opportunities in that final finishing third. Duke scrambling back to the ball, forcing Longwood to retreat. Camden plays it back out. And it is Konandi Watara who has it. Buckhurst back for Pleasance. Rolls one on ahead for Kerr, who's got some space for the Blue Devils. The junior, Drew Kerr, makes one man miss, fires from distance, and that's into the Whitford parking lot. Well over top the crossbar. Another goal kick coming for Longwood. Blue Devils just trying to strike from distance there. Nothing to show for it, and Longwood gets it back. Goal kick coming. Duke asking for the offside flag, but Kabusu able to go back and grab it. Boy, Longwood very aggressive here against the Blue Devils. All the way back to Spiel. Plays it short. Clements looking perhaps for Masalis. Instead plays one on ahead. Luckhurst settles it nicely. Gets it onto the boot of Bjornsson. Bjornsson with 11 goals this year. Flips one on ahead. Blue Devils have an opportunity into the box. Crossing away with it. Kerr feeds one in the middle and then looking for Bjornsson. Ushered aside. It'll stay as a throw-in coming for the Blue Devils. Trying to keep the pressure on in their attacking third. Pleasance in the middle. Nice job by Hott to sidestep one defender. Tried to knock one through. It was flicked down. Rolling toward the corner. Another throw in for the Blue Devils. Very pleasant night here in Durham. Temperatures right now into the mid-60s. It was in the 70s earlier today. Very enjoyable evening on the pitch. Turned over. Bedoya turned it right back over. Now gets it right back. Like a game of hot potato now. Who wants it? Longwood has it. And the Lancers steaming on ahead. Stevenson on the wing. Instead, that one played all the way back to Spiel as Cleo was making a run. A little indecision perhaps. And now back to the Blue Devils. Luckhurst. A little tic-tac-toe there as it comes back to Kabusu. Now Duke with it. Acito plays one through the middle for Masalis. Touched on for Thomas. Back for Masalis. And Thomas, a little two-man game. Some nifty passing. Thomas back to Acito. Hott now turns and reverses the flow. Out to the wide side of the field. Pleasance tries to dump one down. Kerr in the corner. Tied up. Right back for Pleasance. A bit too much weight on the pass there. Pleasance couldn't keep it right on his boot. And it's knocked away. Longwood still playing keep away. Neither team has had a shot on goal. Duke's had a shot. Longwood's committed 3 fouls. That's all we've gotten on the ledger so far in the first 10 minutes of this opening half. A couple players get tangled up there. That might be a foul, and it is against Duke. And if you're the Blue Devils, obviously want to take care of business tonight. Don't want to be caught looking ahead to Senior Day, what will be a big matchup here against Notre Dame. The Irish off in the midweek, so the Irish will get the Blue Devils here on Friday. We'll have it for you on ACC Network Extra at 7 o'clock. Trying to jockey, but all the teams are for position in the ACC tournament. Which begins on November the 6th, next Wednesday. First round sites on the campus sites and then on to the quarterfinals. Number 1 seed getting a bye, everybody else involved in a quarterfinal. And of course the semis and championship down the road in Cary at WakeMed Soccer Park. So the Blue Devils right now, if it finished today, will be the 5th spot. But obviously a lot to be decided on Friday. Everybody in action around the league to close down the regular season. Masalis drives one on ahead, looking for Bjornsson, who's marked tightly. Headed away. Bjornsson tries to settle and does, just flicking one back for Pleasance. Pleasance now all the way back out. Little give and go with Bjornsson. Pleasance into the box. Thomas is there trying to flick a one on. Now Masalis has room in the middle, and it jumps off of the foot there and out. Was it tipped? I believe that it was, so a corner kick coming for the Blue Devils. Their first of the ninth, their 85th of the year.
Taking the corner kick for the Blue Devils is number 12, Ruben Masalis.
Masalis has the honor. Blue Devils looking to attack on their first set-piece chance of the night. Service in, far post, and nobody home. A goal kick coming. Looks like he was trying to target Acito there, maybe on the near post, who had a chance to get a header on it, but unable to do so. Knocked down nicely by Masalis, kept alive by Longwood, trying to get out of the fray with it. Turning around Camden, who gets it right back. On ahead, Acito rolling one all the way back. And Spiel, with some pressure, discards that one. Bjornsson with a 50-50 ball. One to Thomas. For Pleasance now on to Masalis, trying to beat his man, and a good play there by Longwood to usher that one away. Corner kick coming for the Blue Devils, put in play quickly. Hot turns one into the box and headed away. Kerr stays with it. Back to the middle now, and Acito. Nice job by Kabusu to play that one after having to change gears quickly. Gets it right back. Now it comes for Clements. Just an easy pass, Masalis, who looks to set things up as he draws a crowd. Longwood forcing the Blue Devils to retreat. Back across the midline. Hot, feeling the pressure from Bedoya. Turned it over. Stevenson leaves it away. No foul. Now there's a late whistle against the Blue Devils. Duke called for their second foul of the night. Tied up in the corner and then turned over. Blue Devils get it back. Quick throw into Hot. Little give and go. Clements trying to race this one down. Does, right in front of the Duke technical area. Clements surveys, plays it on ahead Pleasance. Wedges one for Kabusu. Hot. And then now this way it comes from Masalis, wearing one of the captain's armbands for the Blue Devils. Finds Thomas. Thomas into the corner. Fires into the box, headed down, still loose. Blue Devils have a chance and a goal! What a strike for the Blue Devils. It's Drew Kerr with his 5th of the season and a 1-0 Duke lead in the opening half.
We're throwing miniature soccer balls your way.
Great job by Kerr on the ricochet to settle that one down and fire a strike past Inca.
Number 10, Drew Kerr. Assisted by number 16.
Assist for Thomas, his 2nd of the year. And a 1-0 lead for the Blue Devils early, just what the doctor ordered for John Kerr's team. Played ahead, flipped on, now Longwood looking for an equalizer. Here come the Lancers with it. Ashamoa with nothing to show for that one, does win the throw in though. Tripped up again, Ashamoa plays one back. Wakaya weaving through traffic, that one off Masalis. Kept alive by Longwood. And now Longwood probably having to become a little more aggressive. That's out. It'll stay with the Lancers. Asamoah gets it on his right foot. Goes past a couple of defenders. Now a good ball in, headed away. Saved at the top of the top of the 18-yard box. Knocked around a couple of times. Luckhurst comes away with it for Duke. Blue Devils trying to build for that second goal and really take the air out of things for Longwood after getting the first goal a little over a minute ago. A minute and a half ago now for the Blue Devils as Kerr knocked it home. Second straight game for Drew Kerr with a goal. Had that game-winning strike against Virginia Tech on Friday of last week. Here's Thomas into the box, plays one in the middle, and then it's ushered aside. A corner kick coming for the Blue Devils, their 2nd of this opening half. Weasel Spiel with some big saves down the stretch. Kerr's goal in the 53rd minute.
Corner kick for the Blue Devils, number 23.
Camarcito began that build-up before Kerr gave the Blue Devils their 36th second-half goal of the season. And won it with that strike. Now, a service in front of the net, loose in front, and then cleared away by Longwood nicely. Ball just kind of sat there for a moment or two before the Blue Devils realized it was there. Longwood able to take it away, and now it comes back to Spiel. Blue Devils have been so good defensively as a tumble there on, and Hott goes down. Plays it back quickly. Blue Devils with 4 consecutive clean sheets off the foot of Bjornsson. It began with that 0-0 game against Wake Forest on October the 12th. Then a 10-0 win over Howard, 5-0 over Queens, and as we mentioned, that 1-0 win at Virginia Tech last week. Headed down, played ahead. Thomas with the step through nicely, and there's a handball. Pleasance was pleading his case, finally got the call from the official. Blue Devils maybe going a little too quickly there. Now we're ready to go. Hott, member of the ACC all-freshman team a couple of years ago. Played in 18 games, 16 starts, nearly 1,100 minutes as a sophomore for Duke last year. That one hits the flag. It'll stay with the Blue Devils on a throw-in. Thomas tossed it in quickly, and back to the Blue Devils. Masalis has the honor now. Quickly dumps it in for Pleasance. Gets it right back from Hott. Pleasance trying to walk through a defender, and out. It'll be a goal kick. Duke asking for a handball there on Longwood. Did not get the call. Longwood, as we mentioned, 4-8-2 this year, 2-4 inside the Big South Conference. Paul Gilbert in his first season as the Longwood head coach, his 9th year overall as a head man. It's taken over a Longwood team and program that has struggled a bit lately, although they were 500 last year overall, 6-6-3. Went 1-5-1 in the Big South Conference, and they're 2 years removed from a 2022 season in which Longwood won just 2 matches. They were 2 wins, 10 losses, and 5 ties, going winless inside the Big South. And Coach Gilbert has taken over this program, scored 21 goals this year. As down goes a Blue Devil, wanted to foul, no call. Thomas went down. Here comes Longwood down a goal. Longwood has lost 2 in a row. They've lost 5 of their last 6. That includes a 5-0 loss at number 20 High Point, the only ranked team they've played so far this year until they see the Blue Devils here tonight. Masalis a nice job to step through and turn it over. And scoring has been a little bit of an issue for Longwood as of late. Lost to Asheville, UNC Asheville 4-0. A 2-1 loss to Gardner-Webb. They beat Wofford 1-0. Shutout at High Point 5-0. Beaten by Campbell and Winthrop 3-1 and 2-1 respectively. The only game which they've really broken out in terms of offense was the 8-2 win over USC Upstate back on September the 27th. Thomas in front, and it's touched in for another goal. Adam Luckhurst with his 10th of the year. And the Blue Devils with a 2-0 first half lead.
We've got miniature soccer balls flying your way.
A good ball touched in front, and Luckhurst, the South Carolina transfer, drives it in the bottom of the net. And an easy goal and a big 2-0 lead for the 5th-ranked Blue Devils.
Assisted by number 16, Luke Thomas.
2-0 the Blue Devil lead. Quick foul against Duke as Longwood really got to get into gear now. All the way back to Spiel, who plays it easily. Blue Devils by 2 here in the opening half. Acito through some traffic, plays one ahead, ushered aside, knocked down, not totally cleared, and now Longwood able to get out of there with it. We talked about it a little bit earlier, what needs to happen for the Blue Devils in order to continue to be at home through the ACC tournament. That one played back to Spiel. Blue Devils, first and foremost, need a win over Notre Dame on Friday. And if they don't do that, everything else is a moot point. If the Blue Devils get a goal or get a win over Notre Dame on Friday, they also need a little bit of help from Cal to beat Stanford. There's a foul. That might be a card here, and it will be against Longwood. There's a yellow card that's been assessed to Watara. So he'll have to be a little more cautious with his play.
A yellow card has been assessed to Longwood's number 14, Kunandi Watara.
And so the Blue Devils need a win over Notre Dame. And to pass the Cardinals in either goal differentials or if that is tied, goals scored in league matches. So free kick coming here as Hott will take it. Feathers one into the box, and up to grab it is Hinka to halt any further play. If the season ended today, and obviously still more action to come, Duke would be the number 5 seed and would host the 12 seed Syracuse here a week from tomorrow. All the way back to Hinka. Plays one for Acito, or beg your pardon, to side Centayo Clements. Now it comes up to Acito. As we mentioned, Notre Dame not playing in the midweek. The Irish would be the number 7 seed, and they would host Wake Forest, a Notre Dame team that's coming off a trip to the NCAA championship game, losing to Clemson last year. And the Irish will be looking to get back into the postseason and add to their resume. Duke looking to add to their goal total here. There's a bit of a collision outside of the 18. Played back for Hott. Spins away from a Longwood defender. Now it comes to Kerr, who's got the first goal for Duke. Little give and go, flicked on and flicked to the wrong way. Here comes Longwood, less than 19 minutes to go now in this opening half, and Duke ahead 2-0. Longwood, a team picked to finish 5th in the Big South preseason poll prior to the year. High Point, the preseason pick to win the league, and so far that's been the case. The Panthers unbeaten inside the Big South, 6-0. Longwood in a 5th place tie currently with USC Upstate. The Lancers with just one more match this year against Radford coming up on Friday. Throw in for the Blue Devils. remember, only the top 6 seeds make the Big South Conference tournament. So Longwood right now would make it. And a chance, obviously, to play their best soccer this time of year and win the whole thing, get into the NCAA tournament, the Big South, a one-bid league. Here's Thomas with it, getting to the inline, headed down. Thomas, part of a double team that wins possession back. Then Thomas tripped up. He goes down. No foul. We play on. I think the official thinking that was either incidental contact or Thomas maybe embellishing a bit. And it comes all the way back to Acito. But Longwood can't rest on their laurels on Friday, even though they're playing Radford, a team that's yet to win the Big South Conference. They're just one game ahead of Presbyterian. Here's Bjornsson playing one, and another goal for the Blue Devils. It's a 3-0 lead for Duke in the first half as Colton Pleasance adds to the tally. It's 3-0.
Press box. We've got miniature soccer balls flying your way.
Third of the year for Pleasance, and 3 first-half goals for the Blue Devils. A perfect start tonight for John Kerr's team.
By number 11, Colton Pleasant. Assisted by number 9, Ulster Bjornsson. And number 10, Drew Kerr.
Nothing Duke advantage. In the first half. Much different than how things have gone for the Blue Devils in the last couple of midweek contests in which they have taken the entire first half, gone scoreless, and then turned things on in the second half up to a 3-0 lead now, and the Blue Devils already looking for more. And it's interesting when you start to look at the polls and the way things have started to shake out for the Blue Devils this year in terms of the RPI and the polls, the rankings. Duke number 5 nationally, and a foul against Duke here that goes against Acito. And he will be assessed a card, I believe. And some frustration for the Blue Devils here. There is the yellow card for Acito, who's obviously not happy with that call. He's feeling probably like Longwood getting away with some pushing on the other end. There's been several times where several Blue Devils have gone down and not been called for anything. And as that happens, some subs coming in for Duke. Cam Kerr has checked in.
A yellow card has been assessed.
Felix Barajas is in for the Blue Devils as well.
Now entering the game for the Blue Devils, number 6, Cam Kerr. Number 7, Felix Barajas. Number 13, Jose
Ortega has checked in for Duke.
Number 15, Jack Zuge. And number 18, Julius Suber.
Jack Zuge and Julius Suber all into the contest for Duke. You wonder if the night over. I imagine it is for guys like Kerr, Luckhurst, Pleasance, Bjornsson perhaps. Service in, Spiel there to Spirit. Well, that's, just really good stuff from the Blue Devils. Build the big lead up 3-0, and now you can give some guys some rest, play a few more guys some extra minutes, and get everybody ready to go for the regular season finale against Notre Dame here at Koskinen Stadium on Friday. Masalis plays one ahead for Kerr. And in the middle now it comes for Zuge. A Michigan State transfer, has 1 assist for the Blue Devils this year. Masalis taps one on ahead. Suber, the talented rookie, with it. Suber to the inline and just ushers that one off of the chain link fence. A goal kick coming. Subs coming in for Longwood. Nance checking in. Espinoza has entered into the contest, and so is Rodriguez. All for the Lancers coming in for the first time.
The game for the Lancers, number 6, Paul Espinoza. Number 13, Mateo Nance. And number 20, Iago Rodriguez.
Masalis battling there. Suber nearly had the turnover. Comes all the way back out where it's Longwood who picks it up. Nance through some traffic. Nice play by Kabusu to step through. Zuge. Now Masalis turns away from the defender, and the Blue Devils happy to just keep that clock running here in the opening half. Inside of 14 minutes until the break, 3-0 Duke. If you're just tuning in, Drew Kerr scored the first goal for Duke with 28.5 minutes to go in the first half. Duke following with a second goal just inside of the 22-minute mark of the second half. Adam Luckhurst got his 10th of the year, and then with 16.5 minutes to go in the first half, Colton Pleasance to make it 3-0. Hot on ahead for Barajas, who has been so dynamite for the Blue Devils his entire career. Played a key role as Duke's super sub as a rookie. 13 games as a sophomore, 4 games last year, but seeing that role really increase this season for Coach Kerr's team. Suber settles it and then gets it right back. Suber on the touchline, a ball through looking for Barajas. It goes spinning out of the box. Blue Devils keep it. That one kind of tic-tacked around as Ortega flipped one to Hot. Now a ball across the box from Suber. Kabusu outside of the 18 gets to the end line. And a shot speared by the keeper, Hinka. Boy, what a drive there from the Blue Devils. And a magnificent save for the junior out of Germany. Keeps it 3-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. Foul against Longwood, and that's kind of what led to the yellow card there for Duke. Those calls like that where there was no call. I think the Blue Devils got a little frustrated by that. Hot will put it in play. All the way back to the midline, and Acito comes back now for Clements. Masalis. And Clements, a little two-man game. Duke slowly, methodically building the attack. Kerr. Back for Zuge. This way for Suber. Kerr, tried to flick one on, looking for Ortega off of his heel, and Longwood picks it up. Lancers have yet to attempt a shot tonight. They've had the offside flag go up against them once, so they've committed 6 fouls. It's been a frustrating night to this juncture for Longwood. 10 minutes and some change until intermission. The Duke defense has just been so good, as we mentioned. 4 consecutive clean sheets. Blue Devils have not allowed multiple goals in a contest since October the 4th, a 2-2 tie with SMU. Blue Devils have also been into a draw with Wake Forest, 0-0. They've drawn with #1 Stanford out in Palo Alto. And also a season opening draw at San Diego, proving to be a big draw for Duke now. Here's Suber forging ahead. San Diego, of course, having a phenomenal season. They're right there with the Blue Devils in the national ranking. San Diego 4, Duke is 5. Both those teams and toward the top of the RPI. As you start to think about the NCAA tournament, and who's going to be one of those top seeds. Foul, and a free kick coming for Duke from just outside of the 18. Masalis and Hott both there. We'll see who takes the honor for the Blue Devils. Looks like it'll be Hott to place it. He and Masalis chatting about it. Masalis giving it a look. You expect this one to be a pretty good shot on frame here for the Blue Devils. Masalis, hands up. It is Masalis. Gives way to Hott, who drives one near post and just missed. Kind of a low stinger trying to curl one inside the near post. Just missed it to this side, and it remains just a 3-0 lead for the 5th-ranked Blue Devils. 8 minutes to go, opening half from Koskinen Stadium. Turned over by Longwood. Here come the Blue Devils the other way. In front, and a sliding attempt results in a corner kick for the Blue Devils. Will be the 3rd of the opening half for
the
Duke.
Corner kick for the Blue Devils. Number
Masalis
12,
has the
Ruben
honor.
Masalis.
Masalis in for Hott. Ruben gets it right back, fires one into the box. Out it comes to Kabusu. Back to Hott now. And up to grab that one is Hinka. Able to hold on to it with some traffic around him. Boy, a lot of fighting, a lot of holding on to there. Nice job by Suber to win the 50, or by Clements, beg your pardon, to win the 50-50 ball. And then he'll be called for a late foul. Camden says, no, I'm not going to play it. On ahead it comes to Nance. Nance feathers one ahead. Getting tangled up there is Kabusu with a Lancer. Blue Devils win the possession. Kabusu and Duke the other way. Trudging ahead, leading by 3. Kabusu with some help on the wings. Kabusu, the rookie, gets it right back. This way it comes from Masalis. Into the middle now. Zuge. Barajas. Patient are the Blue Devils. Less than 6 minutes of the first half. Clements has to track it down on a ball that had a lot of weight on it. Back to Masalis, and he'll play it all the way back to Spiel. Spiel has done such a good job of anchoring this Duke defense. 36 saves for the graduate transfer from Hofstra. Went 51, 11, and 13 overall during 4 seasons with Hofstra. 227 career saves, a foul against the Lancers here since Clements down. Spiel 3rd team All-Colonial, then Colonial, now Coastal Athletic Association in 2022. Also 3rd team All-Region. Member of the 1st team All-CAA in 2021. He's been playing like an All-America for the Blue Devils this year. Here's Kerr inside the box, leaves one away to the inline, and it'll result in a corner kick for Duke, their 4th of this first half. Masalis again with the honor. More subs coming in a moment.
Taking the corner kick for the Blue Devils is number 12, Ruben Masalis.
Masalis settles. Watch out for maybe a Cito here lingering at the top of the 6-yard box. Good ball in, and too much on it. So the service was there, but a little bit of weight as a couple of subs now in for Longwood.
Entering the game for the Lancers, number 18, Valentin Brandes.
Valentin Brandes checking in.
Desmond Adeyemi. And
Desmond
number
Adeyemi.
26, Diego Diaz.
And Diego Diaz are all in. Three and a half minutes for the first half. Duke scoring first with Drew Kerr. Then a goal added by Adam Luckhurst to make it 2-0. And the last goal scored by Colton Pleasance, and that's where we're at right now. Masalis drawing a crowd. Oh, tic-tac-toe, all the way back it comes. And now Acito will survey. On ahead for Kerr, who just flicks it ahead. And staying with the Blue Devils, a throw-in coming. Duke in no real big hurry to press forward. Already leading by 3 goals. Barajas. Now for Hot. Kabusu. To the middle now, and Zuge. This way it comes for Suber. A big part for Clements. And you see the Blue Devils not in any real big hurry, already leading by 3. They'd love to, if they can build it up, to get one more in the final 105 seconds of the first half. Masalis outside of the box, weaves one into the box, gets it right to Ortega. Now a drive from distance is just over the crossbar from Zuge. A good look at it, but a little too tall for the graduate transfer from Ann Arbor. And it'll be a goal kick coming quickly there from Hinka. Played down, won by the Blue Devils. Kabusu now ahead for Zuge. Zuge goes down, and a stoppage. And I think there's a Blue Devil that is shaken up behind the play with 65 seconds to go in the first half. It's Clemens, who might have some blood. I believe that is the case. So Clemens will have to come out, or at least get attended to by the athletic training staff. Foul was called there. And Duke will get a sub in. Andrew Meyerson will check in.
Entering the game for the Blue Devils, number 20, Andrew Meyerson.
Meyerson, the sophomore out of Washington State, did not play last year. Has a goal and an assist for Duke this season.
One minute remaining in the first
With
half.
under a minute to go. This way for Meyerson, just checked in, gets his first little action. Meyerson, fancy footwork to get it back. Masalis flicking one into the middle. Now Cito ahead for Hot. Half a minute to go in the first half. Plenty of time for the Blue Devils to build the attack here for another goal. Hot thought about a drive from well outside of the 18, thought better of it. Trying to get the defender to give him a little bit of space. It comes all the way back out to Acito with 10 seconds to go now in this first half.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Suber.
4,
Hot 3. Can he settle it in time? He cannot.
1.
That is the first half. Into the first half, it's a 3-0 lead for the 5th-ranked Blue Devils. Second half coming up. Second half from Koskinen Stadium in Durham. Duke ahead 3-0, and the Blue Devils get the opening touch of half number 2. Great to have you with us on the pitch tonight here in Durham as the 5th-ranked Blue Devils trying to close out the non-conference portion of the regular season. Duke with those 3 opening half goals, the first coming from Drew Kerr with 28.5 minutes to go in the first half. Then the Blue Devils made it 2-0 on a goal by Adam Luckhurst, his 10th of the year. And Duke capped the opening half scoring with a goal by Colton Pleasance, his 3rd of the campaign. And the Blue Devils now with a 3-0 advantage as we start half number 2. Blue Devils 8 shots in the first half, 3 of them on goal. All of them went in theory, right, with 3 first half goals and 3 shots on goal. As the play through the middle, and players go diving all over the place, and Longwood comes out of the scrum with it. Blue Devils call for 5 fouls. They had 5 corner kicks in the opening half. Meanwhile, for Longwood, the Lancers did not attempt a shot in the first half or whistled for 8 fouls, and the offside flag went up once against Longwood. All the way back it comes for Zentayo Clements. And the Blue Devils forced to build up here. We'll see how things go in the second half, how much the Blue Devils want to press for that 4th and 5th goal. Blue Devils scored 5 goals in their last non-conference game against Queens, looking for 1 here. That drive batted down on the shot from Ortega. Longwood comes away with it. Final non-conference game of the year for the Lancers as well. Longwood back home this weekend. They'll take on Radford on Saturday. Blue Devils, of course, will take on Notre Dame here Friday night. And Duke playing their starters for the first half of that first half, many of the starters anyway. They have headed to the bench to get some extra rest. You imagine most of the Blue Devils, if this continues to hold, would get to see some action tonight. Masalis, who started the game, one of the few that are still out there for the Blue Devils. Kabusu, another. Weasel Spiel still in goal. Three minutes into the second half, Blue Devils by 3. What's been another banner year for the ACC. You feel like it's going to be another season for the league in which they get a number of teams into the NCAA tournament. It was an all-ACC final last year with Notre Dame and Clemson. Boy, I'd love to have something like that again, especially considering that the ACC and the national finals, the College Cup, will be played in Cary again this year. Blue Devils trying to build an attack here. Comes to Zuge this way now for Duke. It's Barajas with it. Barajas to Kabusu in the corner. Kabusu with some dribbling there, trying to get it to Barajas, and does. It comes all the way back out now for Zuge. Been forced to build it to the middle of the field with Clements. Barajas touches one inside. This is Kerr. Feeds one away nicely. Ortega plays it to the wide side of the field. Dump down. Good ball. It's knocked down, and a corner kick forthcoming for the Blue Devils. Their 6th corner of the night. First of the second half. It'll be Drew Kerr,
the corner
Cameron
kick
Kerr
for
to
the
have
Blue
the
Devils is number 6, Cam Kerr.
Cam Kerr, 1 goal, 3 assists this year. Service in, headed away, as the Blue Devils had Meyerson right there in the middle, but it was knocked away, and it'll go back out to Longwood here after the foul was called. Fed on through, trying to track it down. Espinosa plays one back into the box, and then it's cleared nicely by Duke. Arbib trying to get there for the Blue Devils, so is Ortega. Finally pushed back out to the middle. That was the best opportunity on a runaway situation we've seen from Longwood so far tonight. They did have the ball in their attacking third a few times early in the match, but unable really to string anything together. Just over 6 minutes gone, second half. Ortega there to help with the turnover, trying to get it ahead to Arbib. Longwood stepped through, got the turnover. This way for Kabusu. Kabusu heading on ahead. Some heavy play and a foul against whom? Kabusu and Sonyes both getting tangled up, and the foul will go against Kabusu there. They're going to tell Colulio to bring it back. No, I said the foul was on Longwood, I beg your pardon. So Kabusu draws the foul. Down goes Arbib into the corner, and a goal kick forthcoming. Longwood trailing 3-0. Blue Devils those 3 goals in the opening half. And right now the Lancers just trying to figure out the enigma that is the Duke defense. Blue Devils forcing the turnover and have an opportunity in the attacking third. Can they finish another goal here? It's Kerr with it. Kerr fires one ahead, and it's speared by Hinka. Hinka avoids some contact, goes down, and we play on. Again, ushered away, but a foul was called. Free kick coming here for the Lancers. A great scoring chance here, about 25 yards out. Spiel watches that one go wide of the net. And another goal kick coming for Duke, and what was not a ball at all that Spiel had to really worry about. Never really threatened the Blue Devil keeper. Spiel without any shots to face tonight. Last time out, Spiel made a couple of saves in that 1-0 win at Virginia Tech. It was a season-high 5 saves for Spiel. Probably some more than a couple in that 1-0 victory for Duke. And Spiel has been so good so many times for Duke this year. You think about the 4 straight shutouts, the 5 saves. And since that defeat to 11th ranked North Carolina back on the 13th of September, the Blue Devils are 5-0-3. That's a heck of a run. And of those 5, that 5-0-3 record, of those 8 games, the Blue Devils with 4 clean sheets. Overall, 5 shutouts for Duke as a team this year. It goes back to that 1-0 win at Virginia earlier this season. Ball into the box, played all the way back, and Henke had to get rid of that one in a hurry with pressure right in front of him. Blue Devils win it. And it'll be interesting to see how the Blue Devils attack things in the second half. Duke, as we've mentioned, has been a second half team, at least here lately in these couple of non-conference games. The last 2 against Howard and Queens, in which Duke played 0-0 through the first 45 minutes and exploded in half number 2. Last week against the Royals of Queens, Duke scored 5 second half goals en route to that 5-0 win. They were 0-0 with Howard through the first 45 minutes, then even 5 minutes into the second half, still 0-0, until the Blue Devils broke for the first of 10 goals. They scored 10 goals in the final 40 minutes of that game. Blue Devils have scored double-figure goals now twice this year, and they've scored 5 or more goals 3 times. Leading 3-0 here. Ball into the box, kept alive, bangs off the noggin of a Longwood player, then another rebound won't go, and it's finally cleared away. Arbib got the first crack at it. Blue Devils got another crack, couldn't score, and now Kabusu on ahead. Kabusu leaves one off to Barajas, chips one into the box, ushered aside. Kabusu trying to get to it, can't, and it rolls all the way back out where the Blue Devils have to reset. Zuge, 44 matches over 3 years with 40 starts. All Big Ten selection as well at Michigan State, playing his graduate year here at Duke. Key cog for the Blue Devils this season. Of course, the defense has been spectacular for the Blue Devils. And that one hits the side of the net. Another goal kick coming for the Blue Devils. Hard to believe this is the first Big South opponent that the Blue Devils have faced this year. The ACC 7-2 against the Big South this season. Out of the box, Spiel has to spear that one. Charging on ahead too is Centayo Clements. He gets injured, it appears, goes down along with the Longwood player. I believe that's Son. Yes, it is. Clements is up. That's a good sign. Son. Yes, also to his feet. And hopefully that was just the wind knocked out of everybody. We saw Spiel taking a moment to catch his breath. So the first time that Spiel has really been tested tonight is Son. Yes was making a charge at the Blue Devils, beat Clements, and now Spiel puts it in play again. Everyone says that they're okay and good to go. Headed away that time by Ortega. Changes the trajectory just enough. Still a throw in for Longwood, but allows Duke to reset defensively. 15 minutes into the second half, all Duke here tonight. Longwood just playing a game of keep away right now, trying to get it back to the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils trying to get it back. They're trying to build, the Lancers are, an attack here against this stingy Duke defense. Only 16 goals allowed all year by Duke. Blue Devils asking for the offside flag. Does not come up. Longwood with a chance just outside of the 18. And then it trickles off the heel of a Lancer. Here's a ball in. And off the foot of Sonyes and rolls away. Spiel still chatting with his defense here, imploring them to maybe tighten things up a little bit. Smart, the sign of a good leader there. And there are certainly still things the Blue Devils can clean up. And that's one of those balls that might be a little more dangerous on Friday, or once we see the Blue Devils get into the ACC and then the NCAA tournament. On ahead. Clements back there. Oh, a great slide to knock it down. Meyerson comes away with it, and the Blue Devils fire one on ahead. Great play by the sophomore for the Blue Devils. Meyerson, who got back there, made the great play and keeps the shutout intact for John Kerr's team. Kabusu on ahead and back to Longwood. Deep in their defensive third, the Lancers have to toss it in. Comes out near the technical area, and then the Blue Devils with a chance to toss it in as well. Kabusu has the honor. Deep throw in, headed on a couple of times. Kind of volleyballs around before it comes back to Longwood. Kabusu called for the foul. Foul number 10 against the Blue Devils tonight. It's been kind of a physical game. A lot of contact was not called in the first half. Not quite as physical here in half number 2. Especially with the Blue Devils being able to stretch out that lead to 3 goals in the opening half. Been a lot of keep away here in half number 2. A lot of Longwood trying to build attacks. They've had a couple of half chances. Still no shots recorded yet for the Lancers, as Kabusu lost it but wins it back after Sonia is unable to corral it. Throw in here for Duke with under 27 minutes left in this one. Kerr out to the wide side now for the Blue Devils and Meyerson. Meyerson back to the middle. Rosales has been out there since the word go. And that one batted away by Henke. Rolls back out to Duke, and Rosales forced to go back and retreat. Suge. This way it comes for Barajas. Through the ACC logo, finds Kabusu on the wing. Kabusu draws a crowd, feeds Barajas. Barajas looking for an angle, batted down. It stays in. Duke maybe trying to get the corner there, could not. Now the Blue Devils with 25.5 minutes to go, looking for another victory. Would be their 9th of the year. Sliding down, losing the footing perhaps, and then another Blue Devil goes down. We play on. Longwood with the turnover. And just a tough pass there in the swarm of this Blue Devil club. Contacted there in the midfield. Kabusu called for the foul. It's back to Longwood now. Clements just plays it back. Masalas, who was gone the distance for the Blue Devils tonight. Played all 65+ minutes thus far. Along with Kabusu, the only two for the Blue Devils who've been out there for the duration. Clements came out for a brief spell. He's played 64 of the 65 minutes tonight. Imagine that's kind of by design. Blue Devils continuing to try to keep those guys intact. See if the Blue Devils can find a way to add another goal or two here in half number 2. Longwood trying to avoid being shut out for the 2nd consecutive match. They were shut out by UNC Asheville 4-0 at home over the weekend. Right now the Lancers would love to just have a shot. Spiel plays that one on ahead. Great goal kick there on a ball that was coming back to him. And then Sonias gets tangled up. And a foul against the Blue Devils. It goes against Arbib. Ushered away nicely by Duke. Not totally cleared. Longwood back out to the midline. Kind of a microcosm of the second half so far here in the last couple of minutes. Just the ball really being played to the middle third. Some physical play. Longwood's had a couple of opportunities here, but none able to show anything for it. Sonias, all the way back to the middle now it comes for Yoder. Sonias. Makia plays one ahead for Sonias, and the offside flag is up. Second time that Longwood's been called for the offside tonight, and the Blue Devils get it back. 22 minutes remaining in this one from Koskinen Stadium. Through the middle. Comes back this way for Kabusu and the Blue Devils. Arbib takes it away. Kerr. Kerr looking for Kabusu, plays it this way. 21 minutes to go. Kabusu into the middle, right in front of the cage, and it's knocked away on a good play by Hinkie on a ball that was right there in front of him. Again, just hung in front of the cage. Inca with 3 goals against tonight. Has not yet made a save. Faced those 3 shots. Rolled ahead nicely, all the way back to Spiel, who feathers it away. Zuge lifts one back. Now into the middle area. Blue Devil player goes down behind the play. It was a foul called, I believe it was, there against Longwood. Inside of 20 minutes for this one. Our referee checking to make sure Masalis is okay. He is. Plays it on ahead for Zuge. Now back to Masalis. Spiel receives the pass and now builds one to Clements. And Duke begins their march up the pitch. Chipped ahead. Kabusu has it. Oh, he goes down hard. No foul. We play on. Those are some of the plays in the first half that really frustrated the Blue Devils, led to a yellow card for Acito as well in that opening stanza. Each side was assessed a yellow in the first 45 minutes. Not quite as chippy here in half number 2. But the physical play continues. A lot of credit to Longwood, down by 3. Lancers still aggressive and playing tough, knowing they only have a couple of games left in the regular season and a need-to-win game on Saturday to secure their spot in the Big South Conference tournament. Only the top 6 teams make the field. Longwood right now would be the number 6 seed as Kerr gets that one, settles it, finds Barajas, who's got to get rid of it, and does. Ooh, heavy contact in the midfield. Down goes Arbib. Gets up quickly, though. Longwood right now just a game ahead of Presbyterian. So Longwood win over Radford on Saturday would guarantee their spot in the field in the Big South Championship. Into the middle, flicked aside. Settled, and again. Turned away is Kaleo, and then it'll stay with Longwood and the Lancers.
Returning to the game for the Lancers, number 10, Ethan Stevenson.
Ethan Stevenson back in. Throw in coming for the Lancers. After a couple of opportunities for Longwood earlier this half, not much for the Lancers here. Trying to build something in the final 15 minutes and change of this second half. Lancers yet to record a shot, and the player down for Longwood stops the clock with 15:54 to go in the second half. And as the athletic trainer comes out to attend to the injured player, we step aside. More from Koskinen in a moment. Joshua Yoder is back in for Longwood. Everybody appears to be okay. And we'll get things going again here in half number 2. Blue Devils leading by 3 for just joining us. First goal for Duke by Drew Kerr in the first half. Duke then added a second about 7 minutes later on a Adam Luckhurst strike. Just touched one in right there in front of the net. It was his 10th of the year, a 2-0 Duke lead. Blue Devils added a third goal to their ledger. Colton Pleasance with his third tally of the season with about 16.5 minutes to go in the first half. And that's where we stand now. Kabusu goes down. A foul and a yellow card has been assessed to Sonyes.
A yellow card has been assessed to Longwood's number 3, Joaquin Sonyes.
Second yellow card against Longwood tonight. Blue Devils were issued one in the first half. Clock stops, 15:06 to go. Masalas will take this free kick. Sub will check in as well for Longwood. Mikey Hernandez in just a moment will enter the contest. Masalas, service in. Oh, heavy collision in the box. Hinka goes down hard, and the athletic trainer on the way out to check on the junior keeper. Hinka took a big shot and certainly caught the brunt of that. My goodness. Down inside the 8 or the 6-yard box. Clements. They're chatting with, that's Arbib. Yes, it is. And looks like the official wants to throw up some sort of card here. But just denoting in the book here, medical staff out to check on the keeper. And the yellow card, again, mentioned to Sonyes a few moments ago. That's what allowed this free kick. And then Hinka took a huge shot. And a yellow card's been assessed to the Blue Devils as well. I think Longwood asking for something else, maybe for it to be elevated a bit, and we're going to get a video review here as it's Suber who was tagged with the yellow card for that aggressive play. And again, the referee going to the video monitor here just to see if that needs to be upgraded. And meanwhile, Hinka continues to be attended to. We will step aside, come back to Koskinen Stadium with all the updates in just a moment. 3-0 Duke, 15 minutes to go with the match. So lots to sort out here at Koskinen Stadium as Hinka looks like he's heading to the locker room. The official still checking the monitor to see if this card needs to be, Super needs to be upgraded. We also have a change in goal as well. Tell you about that in just a moment. Mikey Hernandez has checked in as well. And again, watching the monitor here to see if the call needs to be upgraded. Here comes the call. And Coach Kerr will get an explanation. I believe it's just going to stay as a yellow. Suber charged with the yellow. Meanwhile, Hinka has just now gotten to the technical area for Longwood, holding that right shoulder. And now a change in goal for the Lancers as well, as Fletcher will check in. Tor Fletcher, the rookie out of Trinidad and Tobago, 6'2", 167 pounds.
A yellow card has been assessed to Duke's number 18, Julius
This will be his
Suber.
first career action, we believe, here tonight. Double checking on that. And he's nearly tested right from the jump. And yes, this is the first career
Taking
action
the
for
corner kick for
Fletcher.
the Blue Devils is number 6, Cam Kerr.
Kerr taking his corner kick for Duke, their 7th of the night. Hinka had played all 1,260 minutes this year, and that one right on, but a save. Now Fletcher in for the final 15 minutes of this one. 5 times a letter at Fatma College, where he played for the under-20 Trinidad and Tobago national team, did Fletcher. His sister played volleyball at South Carolina from 2020 to 2023 before playing this year at Washington. Fletcher, a business administration major, getting his first career action tonight against the 5th-ranked Blue Devils. Duke with 3 first-half goals, and that has been it thus far. Down goes our Beebe. More subs coming in for the Blue Devils, including Grant Farley, who looks like he's going to get some action here. And what will be the first career game for Grant Farley once he checks in goal in the final 13 minutes. Played ahead, that one by everybody, and it'll be a throw in for Duke. 13 minutes left. Nate Mulvaney will check in for Duke. Sebastian Doctors is in. Axel Goodbjornsson will come back in. Adrian Baisima into the contest for Duke. Also in.
Entering the game for the Blue Devils, number 17, Adrian Baisima. Number 22,
Caleb Donaldson
Caleb
in the Blue Devils
Donaldson.
as well.
Number 24, Axel Goodbjornsson. Number 25, Hudson Hazelwood. Number 28, Sebastian Doctors. Number 29, Nate Mulvaney. And now in goal for the Blue Devils, number 0, Grant Farley.
Here Donaldson is in, Hazelwood is in. Nice hand for Grant Farley, who will play his first career game here tonight. Farley, a native of Baltimore, the senior in the penultimate regular season game here at Koskinen this year, penultimate regular season game in his career. Gets in there for the final 13 minutes of this one. And the Blue Devils ahead 3-0, trying to finish off this clean sheet. Should also point out as it relates to Farley, interesting since the World Series in baseball going on. Dodgers and Yankees. Dodgers a chance to win the World Series tonight. Farley's got some baseball lineage in his family. His grandfather, two-time World Series champion and an 18-time All-Star, Brooks Robinson. Played third base for the Orioles. Boy, was he good. Understatement of the day right there, isn't it? Here's Doctors. Knocked away, and it'll stay back with Longwood now with 12 minutes left. Throw in coming for Sebastian Doctors. Good Bjornsson now. Back to Farley. Gets a nice hand as he boots that one away. And now Barajas helps create the turnover. Blue Devils looking for a fourth goal. Barajas denied an opportunity and will get called for the foul. Barajas asking for a foul, asking for a card, and now needs a moment, might be cramping up a little bit. Temperatures right now in the low 60s, and it was not muggy today, but we have had some cool nights into that time of the year where you have cool nights and warmer days. Makes it tougher out there. Of course, you hear coaches talk all the time. It's not about hydrating day of the game. It's about hydrating in the days leading up to the contest. Final 11 minutes here from Koskinen Stadium. And it's going to be another, it appears, victory for the fifth-ranked Blue Devils. Will run that winning streak to 4 consecutive contests if they can hold on here. And a chance to finish in the top 4 with a win on Friday and some help in the ACC. See if the Blue Devils can get it done on Friday night as they welcome Notre Dame here to town, which should be a phenomenal contest right here on ACC Network Extra. Blue Devils probably hate to see the month of October in. They've played so well this month, 4-0-2. Really has been the last couple of months for Duke. They've really hit their stride. Duke 3-1-1 in September, but have been dynamite in October. We'll have a chance to keep it going in the final game of the regular season on Friday before the tournament begins. Free kick for Duke here as we tick down toward the final 10.5 minutes. And nobody home to grab that one as it races toward the near post. Good Bjornsson, back to Farley. Another nice line drive kick, settled. And now Baisima turning, is fouled. Blue Devils will keep it here, 9.5 to go. Longwood just trying to get something going toward the goal. It's been a tough go of things for the Lancers without a shot tonight. Duke looking for what would be 5 consecutive shutouts if they can hold on for the final 9 minutes without allowing a goal. All the way back it comes to the new keeper in the contest, Fletcher, where he came in for Hinka, who was injured on the last corner kick for Duke. Here's a shot from distance, and down to play it is Fletcher. More subs preparing to check in for Longwood. Nearly turned over. Instead, Longwood holds on to it. Lancers trying for one here. Farley out to make a great save. Farley off his line in his first career contest makes a sprawling stop and preserves the shutout for the Blue Devils. Bangs around. Down behind the play is Arbib. Farley again makes the stop, and we'll get a stoppage here with Arbib down behind the play. And we'll hopefully see him get up. But players have gone down. Saw earlier Henke, the starting goalkeeper for Longwood, go out. So now the training staff will be called out to check on Arbib. As they come to attend to him, we'll step aside with 7+ minutes to go in this one. All Duke 3-0 Blue Devils. Arbib checking out. Drew getting some attention. Looks like he's holding his rib cage
now
there.
The game for the Lancers, number 12,
Subs for Longwood. Oscar Ford has checked in.
Diaz. Entering the game for the Blue
Also
Devils,
in
number
is
26,
Diego
Adam
Diaz.
Luckhurst.
Blue Devils get Andrew Meyerson back into the contest. And it'll be Farley who will play it here. 7 minutes to go in this one. Duke 3, Longwood nothing, and Farley just rolls one for Good Bjornsson. ACC all freshman team selection a couple of years ago was Good Bjornsson. Meyerson through some traffic. Plays one out now for Donaldson. Flicks it on ahead. Into the box and just out past the outstretched heading attempt by Sema. Back to the Lancers here. Still 6.5 minutes to go. That one rolls back to Fletcher. Farley out off his line. Sends that one back down the pitch. First career action for Farley tonight. Blue Devils have gone deep into the roster, getting almost everyone some playing time. Chance to build up some depth and also to get some rest for some of the regulars ahead of the regular season finale against Notre Dame on Friday. Here's another chance for Duke, and another goal! 4-0 Duke as Donaldson with the strike.
Fans, look up towards the press box. We've got miniature soccer balls flying your way.
Caleb Donaldson, the sophomore, with his third career goal.
Scored by number 22, Caleb Donaldson.
With 5:24 to go, the Blue Devils with an exclamation point. Third career goal, joining the Averett and Howard games for Donaldson to strike. And he is added to this Duke lead. Played out. Throw in for the Blue Devils. Sebastian Docteurs to toss it in. No, he'll just give it away. Another chance for the Blue Devils here, wasting a few extra moments. Down to the final 4.5 minutes of this one. Played ahead. A sliding stop by the Duke defense, trying to preserve this clean sheet. Blue Devils still have about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left, and Longwood on the attack looking for that first shot tonight. No shots for this Lancer offense. Tells you how good the Blue Devils have been defensively. A little careless in the midfield. Longwood picks it up. Played out wide. Now one into the box, ushered away. Can the Blue Devils clear? They can. Out of harm's way, at least for the moment. Barajas goes down. I believe we have a foul off the ball. We do against Longwood here with 3 minutes to go in this one. Lancer's really building the attack there, but unable to really get anything going against this stingy Duke defense. Under 3 to go. Blue Devils just playing a little bit of keep away here. Meyerson with it. Flicks it for Barajas, who's played a large majority of this game off the bench for the Blue Devils. Barajas has played 57 minutes this evening. Another throw in for Longwood, deep in their attacking third. Final 2 minutes of this one. All the way back it comes, and Longwood trying to build up for one final attack. Is turned over, and can the Blue Devils build it? Nope, a foul against Longwood, so perhaps here for the Blue Devils with 100 seconds to go. Saw the Blue Devils score late in games a couple of times this year. Perhaps just content to play a little bit of keep away here and get out of here with another clean sheet. Maybe the final opportunity here for the Lancers, trying to build up something. Played ahead, that time looking for Stevenson. It rolls all the way back to Farley, who will flick it away. And a throw in for Longwood. Yoder will toss it in quickly.
1 minute remaining.
Under a minute to go now. Stevenson. Stevenson plays it ahead. Unable to make the play there, Meyerson. And now into the corner. It's loose in front. Meyerson there to take it away. Throw in for Longwood. 40 seconds left. The only real drama here is, can the Lancers get a shot or get a goal here to end the streak of clean sheets for the Blue Devils? And now a foul with 33 seconds left. And if that's a foul in the box, it'll be a penalty kick that Farley will have to face. And it will be a penalty kick here. Stevenson, with 8 goals on the season, will take it. Farley, in his first career action, trying to end the clean, or trying to keep the clean sheet alive, looking to make his first career save. Stevenson against Farley. Here we go. And a goal. Stevenson with his 9th of the year. The clean sheet streak is over. And with 32 seconds to go in the contest, Longwood on the board. It's 4-1. Four straight matches without allowing a goal for the Blue Devils. Goes by the wayside on that penalty kick goal, but that will just about do it now. The Blue Devils with a 4-1 victory tonight. That's a 9-match streak of being unbeaten for the Blue Devils, and they'll go for their 10th straight unbeaten match on Friday when they take on Notre Dame. Less than 10 seconds to go. Down goes the Blue Devil. And there's 3 seconds to go. That will do it. The Blue Devils, another win, their 9th of the year, as the 5th-ranked Blue Devils hang on here tonight to defeat Longwood by the 4-1 final score. Regular season finale coming up for both teams on